Shake here to take a look at another blaster from M416GelBlaster.com. This time it is the AKBM C330 blaster. And no, I will not keep repeating that. Just like I said, they need to make a name change to their website. They need to make a name change to this. And from now, I'm going to call it the C330. That's just a whole lot less of a mouthful. But what is the AKBM C330? And again, that's the last time I'm saying the full thing. This is a single shot, bolt action, breech loaded, spring powered, 3D printed, injection molded, and aluminum alloy constructed blaster that is available in a few different color schemes and in a pistol format, or you can get a stock attachment point to add to for about another like $38, I think it was. As you can see, I did not select that. I like the pistol. But you can get all that to choose either pistol format or make it a single shot kind of carbine or carbine, whichever your preferred pronunciation of that is. But you can do either or. It also comes with a nice big long run of Picatinny on top and a short little strip of it on the bottom. I don't really know what you'd put on there, but I do have a sight to put on top of this, a nice little red dot with crosshair, or actually it's just a kind of a reflex sight. But it runs with a aluminum alloy body tube, I'm going to call it, 'cause it's not really a shell. But this is all aluminum alloy all the way through here to the center, as well as the barrel. And the grip is injection molded. And I actually like that as a choice because that's where a lot of the torque will be for your priming. And while the priming bar is 3D printed, that's actually just sitting over a stainless steel piece that you screw in. I believe it's stainless steel. But I say that because it looked like stainless as I put it in. We'll say that. But it's just a cover. So it's not really handling any stress. And basically what they've done is all the pieces that would be stressed or, you know, take most of the structure, like along this body tube, they've either put metal of some sort or injection molded plastic. The 3D printing parts are all kind of added on. So I actually like this construction. And if you can't tell, I'm actually absolutely adoring this blaster. I've had it for a couple weeks now. You do have to assemble it when you get it. And that's the only thing, is that it is an extra step, and you're paying basically $70 for this, and then you have to assemble it. And because it is 3D printed, and they do it in-house. And like I said, the 3D printing on this is phenomenally good. I said it in my last review. I'm going to put their 3D printing, at least in my experience, I've only had a couple from them, so it may just be good luck. But their 3D printing is absolutely on par with Silver Fox. And that's high praise coming from me because I see Silver Fox as like the gold standard. What I've bought from them, like my skewer and a few other blasters, have came from Silver Fox. It has been impeccable. And this lives up to it. Both of these blasters do. This one also lives up to it performance-wise. Because using their included bamboo style darts, that would be these right here. And if you know bamboo darts, they do give a major performance advantage. I'm able to break the 200 FPS barrier. And that is nice. And yeah, it just bounced all around everywhere. But I'm actually able to break the 200 FPS barrier with a number of shots. It's not just like a once-off thing. I had a number of shots hitting about 201 to 202. But now with workers or Adventure Force darts, it drops it down to around 170 to 175. And that's what I would kind of call this. Because, again, the bamboo darts are super lightweight, and where they have like the rib construction, it allows them to get a good seal but be light, and so they read real good on the chronograph. But I would comfortably say this thing has 170, 175 feet per second because it has a very tight spread. When I fired about 100 shots over the chronograph, the lowest I got was 168, the highest I got was 174.9. So that's a very nice, neat spread, which means your shot placement would be very, very consistent. Especially if you go and put, like I'm going to do, I'm going to get one of the Gavin Fuzzy bearing scars on here, and then along with my sight that I'm going to put on this, that will be a perfect, nice, accurate, like single shot play style. And if you're going to take it to a game, of course you got to make sure that, you know, that 170 FPS is allowed. And then of course if you throw in the the bamboo darts, if you do run those, then you gotta make sure you can run a 200 FPS blaster. Or be like me, I got a can set behind me. You just plink cans. And absolutely crushes them. So, whether it's for plinking, which I've been doing a lot of that, because I've always been a target shooter, whether it was real firearms or air guns, or now I'm doing a lot of that with blasters. I don't know if it's just, force of habit. So I actually have a Crossman CO2 powered custom built .177 that I use. I'm trying to speak carefully for the YouTube overlords, because if you say the wrong things on a blaster channel, you get hit. But I have one that this reminds me a lot of, and that's why I'm saying it may be maybe habit. So I have a bolt action one with an 18-inch barrel that I use for target shooting, and that thing will absolutely hit like dimes. I mean literal dimes. Put a dime up at 50 yards and you can plink it. It has a scope on it. So, but this reminds me of a dart blaster version. So of course I'm going to love it. And it's still pricey at $70. But I absolutely adore this thing. I've been using it a lot over the last 2 weeks. I love it. This C330, I really can't find fault with it. The instructional video that you watched that's on their website, I could follow along with it. I couldn't understand the presenter, but even not speaking the language, it was helpful enough. I was able to work through the kit and assemble it, and I actually liked that because I made sure that I used the seal right. The seal didn't get pinched. I didn't have lack of lubrication on all of the seals and O-rings that were installed. So this one has a very nice, good 5 to 10 second air seal, and I see that as a very nice performance advantage, because that means you can use tight fitting darts and get a good consistent performance out of this, because this has a good fit with the workers and with the Adventure Force, even though they're heavier darts, and those are the worker heavies that I was using, and they get good consistent performance. So at long range you can learn where your shot's going to fall, and makes it nice. Like I said, I find myself target shooting with it. With the dart blaster. And being able to consistently hit like a soda can. Fill one up with a little bit of water and set it out on a fence post, and you can plink it right off. That's a lot of fun. Found myself enjoying doing that. So I love this thing. And again, that's the C330 from M416 Gel Blasters. They did send this to me for review, but I adored it so much I would absolutely pay this for it, because I spent like $270 for my Crossman version. This is a lot less expensive, and it provides me with a lot of the same enjoyment. So, and the ammo is reusable compared to the Crossman. So, yeah, I know I'm comparing it to a pellet pistol, but I've been using them the same way. So, one was 270 and one was 70. And they both provide me with the same enjoyment, doing the same activity. But if you're going to take it to a game, also, you can get away with doing that with this. I don't think people would like if I showed up with my Crossman. But hope you enjoyed this review, and thanks for watching.